Hey YouTube, it's BigR01 here, just coming out with another video. It's been a while since I've created another video. The video I'm going to do today is how to install your new chain and sprockets. My bike's fairly new, so I don't really have to worry about the front one. I'm only going to be changing the rear and the chain itself because I'm going to need a bigger chain. I am going to a 47 tooth chain or sprocket, so because it comes stock with a 43. So today I'll be showing you what I need to do, or what you need to do to install your chain and sprocket. So I went with the D.I.D 520 DZ2, which is, this is not an O-ring chain, it's just a regular chain. I just wanted to go with just something that was relatively inexpensive and relatively good. So this one has a master link. I'll be making another video on how to break your chain as well, because the one that's on the bike doesn't have a master link in it. So I went with the JT, just a steel sprocket. It's a 47 tooth. Been wanting to get a little bit more low end power for this bike, so the only way to really get that after all my mods is hopefully get a little bit more torque with a bigger sprocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking this off and taking off this guard here. You'll need two 8mm bolts and or 8mm sockets. Take those off. So there's 3 bolts here. There's one here, one there, one there, and one there on that back. So okay, so this just comes off. As you can see, it's already getting pretty mucky in there. Eventually I'm going to change out my my front sprocket guard. But everything looks good in there. I mean, the chain is, or the sprocket isn't worn, so I'm going to definitely only just do the rear. Okay, so that's off. So the next step is going to be to remove your axle out from the bike. So you got a big bolt over here to undo, and then you got a bunch of spacers in there that you have to worry that when they fall out. So let's do that now. Guess you're gonna have a big nut and a washer come off this side. Okay, so that also comes off. It's your little spacer, or your, so this helps measure to make sure that your wheel is straight and your chain is straight. So make sure you don't forget that. That also goes on this side. So there's the big axle, and there's some spacers in here. Don't drop those. You can try to push it forward and unhook the chain a little bit there, and the tire should fall right off here. Okay, so you got a spacer here you got to keep track of, don't get dirty, and then you also got a spacer on this side as well. Alright, so I'm going to change out the sprocket first and see if this chain will work. I don't think it will, that's why I have the extra chain just in case. But why not? The chain that's on there is an O-ring chain, so if it will. But I don't think every website that I've seen says that I need about 112 tooth chain, or link chain, to have a 47 tooth sprocket. So let's take this off now. Okay, so to take the bolts off, you'll need a 12mm wrench for the nut underneath, and a 6mm Allen key. Okay, so you got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay, and then your sprocket should just slip right off, just like that. See. Okay, here's my new one. Because these are the flat ones, I'm going to be putting them in I've got the flat washers, so I'm going to be putting them in the flat. Like this got tapered and also flat spots to do it there. So I'm going to put it in there just like that. Okay, you can see they go flush right there. So if you put them in the tapered one, they'll come loose. Okay, so I got it all mounted now. So when you tighten this, just try to go from side to side when you do them, so that it tightens even, or I guess it'd be here. But just make sure you just tighten it evenly. Tighten it down to the specs that you need to. Just wanted to show you the difference. So that's the 47 tooth, and then this is the 43 tooth. So you can see quite a bit of difference in the size. So that should probably give you a lot more low-end torque, and that's probably why I'm going to have to take that chain off and put a new chain on. So, but I'm going to try putting it on without having to put a new chain on. So we'll try that first. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to make these so they go all the way in, so I have the most room and the most adjustment possible. So you need a 12 mil wrench for that and a 10 mil wrench for that. I want to have the maximum as far forward as possible, so that if I have to, I can just adjust it out. Okay, so you're going to put your spacers back in, making sure they're nice and clean. Okay, so you're going to thread it on from the bottom. And as you can see, I'm going to have to cut this chain. It's not quite long enough to go on there. So the stock chain definitely won't work for a 47 tooth sprocket. So, looks like I'm going to have to grind off the this old chain and put on my other one that I bought. So, stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, I just made a video on how to do a chain break with the chain break tool, but I'm going to pull out my chain now. And I'm going to keep this because eventually I can get a master link. This is an O-ring chain that comes stock on this WR250R, but I'm going to lie it out now and just show you the difference between the two chains that I have. I bought just a regular motocross chain, so it's a little bit more pliable than this. But yeah, definitely check out my video on how to break your chain with a chain break tool. So let's go and count these links, see how many links I'm probably going to need. I'm going to make sure I have potentially 112, which I believe I bought a 120 link chain, so I should have some chains left over, or links left over. So I'm just going to lie it all out here, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do next. Okay, as you can see, my two chains here, this is just the motocross chain. I went with the gold with the black, and then this is the stock one here. That's my O-ring chain, and then this is just a motocross chain. And as you can see, your stock one is 108 links, and I bought 120 link just so I had made sure I had enough room to go to the 112. So I'm going to get it all on there and then decide how many links I'm going to go with. I'm probably going to go with 112, so that would mean I have to break this chain, but I'm just going to line it all up and see how it looks. Alright, as you can see, I've got it somewhat mocked up there where I roughly want it to be. It looks like there's an extra 10 links I'm going to have to take out, so in total it'll be a 110 link chain. I've set it so that it's at the very minimum setting, so like as the train stretches, the motorcycle will be able to come forward, and you'll be able to adjust your accel accordingly as the chain stretches. So now I'm just going to break the chain right here at the 110 marker. This chain came with a master link, so obviously that master link is going to slide in right here. So I'm going to break that chain. Alright, as you can see, I've got it down to the 110. I've taken out my 10 links off of using my chain breaker. Definitely check out my video on how to do that. Now I'm just going to install the master link. So the master link installs from the back. Okay, it just slides on there like that. Then you're going to put the plate on top, push it on, and then you have to mount this so that the chain, in the direction the chain goes, so that you mount this end here that goes with the chain. So okay, just clips on just like that. So as you can see, that's my master link, and it goes with the direction of the wheel. So now I'm just going to button it all up and then take it for a ride and see if I notice a difference. Obviously you got to make sure your chain isn't too tight. I could have maybe left one more link in there, but it'll be fine. It'll stretch a little bit in regards to this. So but yeah, if you have any questions about this video, definitely leave a comment below, and definitely subscribe or share it or like it. It'd be much appreciated. And if you have any questions, leave the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.